final preliminary results, 67 out of 67 precincts, over 35,708 voters, about 69% voter turnout. For the congressional race, we have Congresswoman Malin Bordallo coming out on top with 18,263 votes, ahead of Felix Camacho with 15,564. For the Guam legislature, we start off with Frank Blas Uggan Jr. with 20,994 votes. Michael St. Nicholas at number 2 with 19,621. He's followed by Therese Terlahi with 19,612. Dennis Rodriguez Jr. with 17,546. Talina Cruz Nelson, 16,878. Will Castro with 15,550. James Espaldon with 14,944. Regine Bisco Lee with 14,821. Mary Camacho Torres with 14,743. Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz with 14,376. Luis Borja Muña with 13,626. Tommy Morrison with 13,584. Tom Atta with 12,988. Fernando Esteves with 12,947. And in the number 15 spot, we have Joe San Augustine with 12,492. Again, those are the top 15 results. It seems like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 9-6 split with the Democrats looking to have the majority. But again, these are the unofficial results. And number 16, we have Tina Mooney Barnes with 12,450 votes. That's about a less than 40-point difference between the number 15 and 16 spot. Narissa Underwood with 12,279. Tony Atta with 11,970. Frank Blas Jr. with 11,950. Judy Wampat with 11,885. Rory Respicio with 11,863. Chris Duenas with 10,893. Jermaine Alerta with 10,620. Fred Bordallo with 9,525. Amanda Blas with 9,499. Eric Palacios with 9,415. Benny Servino with 9,297. AJ Balahaja with 8,635. Jose San Augustine with 7,069 votes. And coming in at the bottom is incumbent Brand McCready with 7,023 votes. For some of the mayoral races, we kind of announced some of them earlier, but the ones we have now are Aston Maina. Frankie Salas comes out on top with 365, ahead of Vicente St. Nicholas with 291. The PD Mayor Jesse Alec comes out on top with 412 votes, ahead of Soledad Chargaloff with 172. So that means Jesse Alec looks like he's the winner of the PD mayoral race. For Agate, Kevin Siswico comes out on top with 1,168, ahead of Roy Gamboa with 556. For the Agate Vice mayoral race, Chris Farron comes out on top with 1,183, ahead of Vicente Castro with 496. For Mongmu Totu Maiti, we have Democrat Rudy Paco coming out on top with 749 votes, ahead of Johnny Taitino with 698. So that village looks like we'll have a new mayor. The incumbent didn't run, so that's Rudy Paco. 3 out of 3 precincts with 749, ahead of Johnny Taitino again with 698. Again, these are the unofficial results though. For the Dedido mayoral race, Melissa Savares receives 3,203 votes, ahead of Stephen Guerrero with 1,811 votes. We should note there's also 1,803 write-in votes. For the Dedido vice mayoral race, we have Frank Beneventi with 3,291, ahead of Bob Canazzo with 3,050 votes. For the Jigo mayoral race, we have Rudy Matanani with 1,906 votes, ahead of Peter Pasquale with 1,527 votes. For the vice mayoral race in Jigo, we have Anthony Sanchez with 1,755 votes, ahead of Catherine Martir with 1,567 votes. For the public auditor race, Doris Flores Brooks receives 20,173 votes, ahead of Doreen Crisostomo with 12,804 votes. So it seems like Doris Flores Brooks will receive another 4 years as Guam's public auditor. For the judicial retention question, For Vern Paris, 26,053 votes voted yes, where 4,669 voted no. And for the presidential race, Hillary Clinton received 22,972 votes ahead of Donald Trump with 7,747. So it looks like she got more than 71% of the straw poll for Guam. And for the CCU, Joseph Duenas comes out on top with 17,618, along with Judy Guthrie with 17,599. Eloy Hara came in third with 10,660. Again, the 2 of the 3 candidates will be on the CCU now. Again, those are all the results. 67 out of 67 precincts, over 51,000 registered voters, but 35,708 ballots were cast. It's over 69% of the votes. Again, these are not official at the moment. The GEC still has to wait 10 working days to receive some off-island absentee ballots. And I know that, so I think the earliest that they can certify the results will be on November 23rd. And it looks like the GEC is meeting right now. We'll see what other issues might have come up, but this has seemed relatively fast. It is only 1:18, and it seems like we got the final results this time. During the primary election, we were kind of getting the first, maybe the second batch of results for the primary election. Again, for KUAM, I'm Ken. Continues to keep it locked to the stations of KUAM.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, maybe the stretch more.
Is that what that thing means? Stretch?
Yep.